league. Admittedly, I thought the numbers would be a little bit better for Richard, but his stroke is still pretty doggone pretty.
Right.
I mean, it's almost effortless. Maybe the numbers will heat up toward the end of the year. If so, that's a massive weapon as a number 3 guard.
They're trying to swing Bates side to side with 2 low block screens.
Just tight rims that time for Bates. That one was halfway down. Hauk inside, wheeling, dealing, took it right on the 7-4 Vanover. Another offensive rebound for Florida. Kugel inside. No finish for Hanlocken.
That's one you got to make.
Honor. Runner is no good. Got it back.
Nick Honor, offensive rebounder.
Clayton on a block and out of bounds.
In scoring, you need to find offense. So giving Honor the green light, especially in transition, if he can see the rim, shoot it. I like that move.
Honor again.
On cue.
Again.
On cue.
Third time's a charm.
On cue. He just made his 267th career 3-ball.
His 152nd career game. Clayton straight on 3. Walter Clayton has a lot of skills in his bag. You saw the block on the other end. He's a great defender, outside shooter, good passer. There's a lot to like about number 1 in white.
It's going up.
Working on Hauk. Leads it off for Vanover in the 7'5" Vanover, which is illustrated on his jersey number 75. Gets a flush. Clayton pulls the trigger and out of bounds to Mizzou.
They've got to stay within a dozen points of that difference.
What are we setting the over-under on Dalton? 31. I like it. One of the many reasons to watch ESPN. That'll be on Saturday night. Tennessee and Alabama. He's Mark Wise. I'm Mike Morgan. A little hump day hoops here from the O'Connell Center in Gainesville.
How about Nick Honor at the point now? This puts East and Bates off the ball, both.
Honor, tough shot. Draws the foul from behind.
But drawing up a play for Nick Honor to initiate the offense and then get the ball back to him.
85% free throw shooter is
a team that struggles some games getting to the line. SEC opponents shoot more than 25 a game, while Missouri just shoots 19. Now here's an interesting matchup.
Tough one for Vanover. Oh no! Oh, Samuel down low. After Walter Clayton put the 7'5" Connor Vanover on skates.
Not fair. Just not fair. That's a bad pass by Honor. Defense, but I know you made your mark defensively.
Hardly. At least he tried.
How about this on cue? Missouri goes to a 2-3. It's sort of a 1-1-3, but it flattens into a 2-3.
Florida has some zone breakers, including Richard, who missed that one a little off balance. East in the corner. Up top, Bates. Speaking of mismatches, got Condon on him. Shot clock at 10 for Honor. Nice action. The miss, the tap, and the foul on Vanover. Maybe no effort every game. You and I have been around long enough to see a couple of teams that, quite frankly, could not wait for the season to get over with.
Right.
The body English indicated that. There's no signs of that with this Mizzou squad, and they would love to pull off an upset and pick up that conference dub tonight. Richard found the line and then found a miss, and then an offensive of Ole Miss, the 2 tallest players in the league and 2 of the tallest in the country.
Condon with his second foul goes to the bench, but What did you talk about, foul trouble?
No issues. You got 3 more of them that can play that role.
What a big guy who can knock down threes at Arkansas, but he has really struggled with the arc this year. Just 4 for 20 here. Just 4 for 20.
2 free throws makes it a 4-point game.
And another defensive change. A little 1-2-1-1, 3-quarter.
How would you like to see him break it?
The way they did. I mean, you got to kind of be patient and find the open and then attack. That's three straight open misses that Richard has had.
I take it all back for the all-sharpshooting team. Reconsider. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. This is a return game. The Gators won the first one in Como. New ball off the mark by Noah Carter. Here's Clayton. Little jump step in the lane, and there's the fall. Oh, hand locking.
What have we said doing some Florida games? Sometimes their best offense is get it up on the rim.
Get it on the rim and crash. 9 second chance points for the Gators in this first half. Honor on a 3. Spins out.
Clayton relaxed for just a minute.
Owen has been quiet, just 3 points tonight. He'll put one up here. I don't even know if we would be half of what we are without number 0 in white. Zion Pullen grew up in Pleasant Hill, California, which is near the Bay, which is where Todd asked on him. He said, I made a mistake. My evaluation was not good. I wanted to get him back. Well, then he tried the pros, was going to leave. After last year, the pros did not give him the grade he wanted. Then he makes a phone call to his friend, the head coach, over at Cal Riverside. Had to battle a couple other SEC schools to bring him to Gainesville. And boy, are they glad that they got him. That's one of the best additions out of the portal this year.
Florida's trying to chase East off that ball screen. And once East gets you on his hip, he's very effective and efficient as a scorer.
Samuel takes it right into the body. Good job by Vanover to stand his ground. Shot clock under 10. Clayton, hounded by Honor, gets a screen from Samuel. Fade and fire off the mark, and the rebound to Missouri. Missouri could cut it to 2 with a 3-pointer here.
Zone has slowed the pace of the game. Dennis Gates, I think, wants to talk to his team.
SEC Network. That'll be against South Carolina. That would be a quad 1 game for the Gamecocks as they continue to try to battle. What a great race we have in the SEC right now. Tennessee and Bama at 11-3, Auburn and Carolina at 10-4, Kentucky at 10-5, and if this Gator team wins it tonight, they would be 10-5. That is a heavy group of heavyweights, if you will, at the top of this conference.
Interesting that Missouri started the second half back in that zone. There are only 2 ways to beat a zone. You either shoot a team out or you rebound a team out.
The bench tonight for the 7'5" Connor Vanover. Now 7 points and 4 rebounds. The former Arkansas Razorback.
Again, this little 1-2-1-1, I don't think it's really designed to trap and steal, just to slow down Florida. And starting the second half tells me Dennis Gates wants to see if he can get Florida standing around.
How about Vanover starting the second half? And there's Hanlocken with the tip-in.
But see, Vanover's locked up on Samuel. That almost gives Hanlocken a free run at the offensive glass.
There's East weaving through traffic. Keeps running into Vanover. The first Gator in foul trouble. Honor, floater, yes. Good start for Mizzou, and it is now a 6-point game.
So against the zone, I like to have cutters The weak spot of the 2-3 is the free throw line area in the short corner. They just got it to the 5-10. How about that creativity? Richards got to shoot that.
They could not buy one in the first half, and it's no sale. And it's no sale here in the second. He's 0 for 7. Honor again, and he rains another triple, and it's a 3-point game. And Honor has tied the Missouri record for multiple 3-point field goals in 12 straight games now.
What I tell you about the green light that he has even in transition.
Turnover, a steal by the Tigers, a chance to tie it with a 3. Bates downhill, pass was blocked. Probably would have been better served to just take it all the way. Lob past Samuel, and he overshoots him.
And that has really slowed Florida down.
Yeah, Poland's been quiet, just 4 points and just 1 assist for one of the top assist men in the league. East. Teardrop, yes. 1-point game.
That's really tough action to defend. Almost a ghost screen by Vanover. I think Florida needs to move Poland around, maybe even put him in the middle there.
Samuel with a friendly bounce. That puts the end to a 10-2 Missouri run.
Florida's not having any trouble getting the ball to the middle. They're having trouble scoring from that spot.
East has got Samuel on him. Now a switch to Hanlocken. Probing. Dumps it off Bates in the trees. Turns and fires and misses. Bates is still down on the other end. 5-on-4 for Florida. Bench. Yeah, we were at practice yesterday, and we have the opportunity and the access to see all kinds of. That was a very interesting drill.
Well, you know, big guys, they swear they never foul when they try to go vertical.
What Missouri is lacking this year with this roster, of course, they lost a lot. Hodge was a great defender and 3-point shooter. And then Kobe Brown was one of the best players in the league last year. But no fear for Mizzou. Talking to our ESPN, what he can do when he's got a full complement of players.
So Richard on the floor with 3 fouls for Florida. Clayton on the floor with 3 fouls.
Carter. Been quiet so far in this game. And stay that way. Noah Carter looking for his first points of the night. Condon hit here when Colin Castleton went down, and they really playing so short-handed. It was a mismatch nightmare in the post. They really struggled rebounding. Boy, did he solve that void through the portal and in recruiting this season. Bowen gave it right away to Robinson. Robinson, the young man from Tallahassee.
Is it on Clayton? If that's Clayton, that would be his 5th.
That would foul him out of the game on a technical foul. Well, Walter Clayton's night is, son, you're too valuable to be fouling yourself out on a technical foul. 2 free throws. We're talking about one of the most valuable guards in this league. Meanwhile, Missouri, second free throw misses, but Missouri gets it back, an extra possession. 14 minutes remaining in Gainesville.
Mike, Florida hasn't played 14 minutes in a row all season without Clayton.
Right. You've got Samuel. I beg your pardon, you've got Richard, who's been struggling. He hasn't been able to buy a bucket all night. And Poland's been pretty quiet. And I have a feeling both those guys will play a major factor down the stretch. Aberdeen lost it. Boy, some sloppy play here.
Bad pass by Condon. I was just about to say Aberdeen did such a good job on East in the last possession.
What do you want to see out of Missouri offensively?
Well, this is an offensively challenged group that's on the floor. I think you got to put the ball in East's hands and let him operate.
Vanover, that barely grazes the iron. See if the Gators maybe get a paint touch here. You've got Hanlocken and Condon working the post.
I think you've got to get a guy below the zone also. Make the low guys in the zone have to hunt and find bodies.
And who's been there, done that, but he's 0 for 7. Richard up top gives it off to Pullen. Zone stymieing this Florida offense right now. That's a East hounded by Hawk. Gets him on the pump fake. Beautiful job by the much smaller Sean East.
The guards have done a nice job not falling for East's ball fake, which he's kind of known for, but that time on the switch, Houck got caught trying to keep up with East.
Aberdeen, baseline runner, no sir. Gets it back, and a fresh 20-second shot clock.
That lob pass out, that's no good. And so that pass is no good.
Aberdeen, and Lane pops out, and a nice rebound by Aiden Shaw. First time we've called his name tonight. East has it poked away from
Minute mark. It was a one-point game in both. He can make that.
Vanover got his hands on it, and that's going to be off.
Well, against this zone, without your leading scorer, can Florida find enough offense? A little bit of a change. They're going to put Houck in the middle.
Richard looking for his first basket. Threw it right to Noah Carter.
Too many bodies in a congested area.
Got bottled up. Noah Carter with the quick hands. Honor runs right into the. Honor in search of his 13th point. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and Missouri making things interesting again.
And as long as Florida continues to struggle against the zone's here to stay.
And it's been wildly effective. Aberdeen. Vanover got his hands on it. They've got some good minutes out of Connor Vanover tonight. Hugel about to check in for Florida. A screen from Shaw. Shaw bounce pass, heavy traffic. And Missouri very 10 minutes and 18 seconds. You're playing a Florida team that doesn't have its leading scorer the rest of the way. And you are hungry as heck for a conference win.
Club has been the hang-around team so many times this year.
2 for 2 for Honor. 2 for 2 for Honor at the free throw line. He now leads all scorers with 15 points and a 7-0 Missouri run. Pullen finds Samuel on the elbow. Hugel whips it over to Aberdeen.
I don't think Missouri's going to guard him.
Aberdeen takes it in, and only 7 for 11 on the season. He's struggling. And the zone by Missouri has had the Gators look vulnerable on the offensive end.
But for Florida now, can you defend in the half court without fouling?
East has 12 points tonight. He comes in red hot. Honor fouled on the three. Is a miss, but again, not reviewable. And Honor will get 3.
Richard back in the game gives Florida a little bit more offensive punch in theory.
On an ordinary night, that would certainly be the case. He's stuck on 1 point on a free throw. And it's a 1-point game. The Gators haven't hit a field goal in over 3 minutes. Pulling up top. Samuel in the paint. Takes it right on Vanover. A block by Vanover. 8 seconds to shoot. Samuel going to work on the big man. Throws it up there and got. Now this has been the Achilles heel for this young man throughout his career. 53%. Those two had no chance. 1-point game. Missouri can take its first lead.
Missed 2 free throws. That's like a turnover.
Yep. Honor and East have led the way. Bates has been kind of quiet in the second half. Honor again. That one spins out. It spins out. A great look for Nick Honor. Exactly what Missouri wanted.
Pushing early would be the key for Florida. Find early offense.
Richard. Alley-oop to Samuel. Lost it. Hand-logged and picked it up. No good. Rebound fought for and corralled by Shaw. Another chance for the Tigers to take their first lead.
I think I started to say Bates needs a touch, but East is a good option. Too.
East on a blow-by, just didn't finish it. Over 4 minutes without a field goal. Richard looking for his first, and he got it. And he raises his hand saying, it's about time.
That's a breakdown in transition defense, but I said early offense. Find shots before the zone can get organized. Seems like we've gone a long time without Bates getting a touch.
He's in the left corner. Now gets it up top with 5 to shoot. This is going to be Bates time. Bates all the way. Finger rolls it in.
Uncute.
Hand-logged it. Defers. Clayton will not. Clayton will hit. Pullen will hit. Zion Pullen starting to heat up in the second half. That's his 4th three. He's got 15. East, stop and pop jump. There was going to be no fans allowed, so it was going to be a unique experience to say the least. We were going to have 2 basketball games in the second round that were going to be played before no fans. Now Samuel, if Florida holds on to win this, you might be looking at your MVP tonight. He's on pace for another double-double, 17 points, 9 rebounds, and the normal physical defense you get at a number 4 in white. East, a lot of dribbling. Now the finish and the bucket.
Florida in drop coverage, so he's taking what the defense gives them.
4-point game, 6.5 minutes to go here in Gainesville. Down low, Samuel rocks the rim again.
That was a big-to-big screen against the zone.
Safe to say that Florida has made some adjustments to that zone defense.
Different look, different attack. Florida's going to have to come up with something different against East.
East just playing. He's like a one-man wrecking crew right now. Just lulling people to sleep on the dribble and then finding shots. The mid-range master here in this ball game, Sean East. 18 points. Samuel back out to Richard. One three is all Richard will be able to settle for right now.
I didn't think he had his feet set on him on that one.
Vanover can hit that, and he does! From down downtown.
Just his 5th made 3 on the season.
They like him as a stretch big. As you mentioned earlier, that's how they used him in Fayetteville. Samuel takes it right at him. Just too strong, too strong.
How do you take away a shot blocker? You take away his space. That time Samuel went into the body of Vanover.
Samuel 1 point off his season high against Kentucky. That was 22. Under 5 minutes to go. East behind the back pass.
Shooting's 2 things and 2 things only: repetition and confidence.
Well, he gets 1 out of 2. The lead is 4 for the Gators.
Missouri has played every possession except 1 in the second half in this zone.
Bob pass Samuel. Inside, wheeling, dealing. Got it, got it. Right over Vanover. And that is a career high 10 field goals for Samuel.
Over 2 defenders. Now here's a problem. This is a mismatch. The bigs are trying to keep up with East.
East gives it up to Honor. Honor reels it in. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Bates downhill. Bates leaves it off for Vanover. Beautiful drive and dish by Tamar Bates.
Yeah, way too easy. No defensive patience.
Samuel down low, hand logged in, rocks the rim.
Well, it's almost become which team can get a stop.
Yeah. How many dunks are we up to in this game? East poked away by Richard, steps out of bounds.
Had to help out East and Bates.
Well, Vanover has been the guy with a season high 12 points. They've given him very valuable minutes. East to Shaw. Is not a misprint. Hey, that's 2 out of 3. Bending upward. That's 3 for 4.
Good for Aiden.
That's 3 for 4.
Good for Aiden Shaw.
We are bullish on Aiden Shaw free throw shooting. 4-point game.
And Mizzou goes man-to-man.
Samuel. It's going to take more. It's going to take more than Aiden Shaw to stop the big bull down low.
Too powerful.
A career high 25 for Tyrese Samuel.
Florida doing everything possible to make East go right.
Is the verdict. And I still don't know what purview means, but thank you, Mark Wise, for throwing that out there tonight. 6-point game. Here comes the pressure from Mizzou.
This is pull-in time against man-to-man.
Pullen. Rise and fire. Rise and fire. One shot by Zion Pullen.
He finally said, I am so tired of looking at that zone. Big possession for the Tigers.
East on the drive. Throws it up there. Oh.
See if Missouri changes up and goes to a hard trap.
Google, nice pass to Samuel. Samuel gets it back. Originally out of Canada before playing his college ball at Seton Hall. Drew some attention from several schools, including one from the ACC, but in the end he decided to be a Gator, and what an addition for Todd Golden. East dribbled it off his foot. Gators 3-on-1 and a foul from behind. Free throw shooter. A quiet first half. He had one of his quiet. He does it at 6 feet, 170 pounds. You being so anti-small guard owe him an apology. Under a minute to go. Missouri needs buckets, and they need them fast. Honor will pull the trigger and miss. And now it might be foul time for Mizzou. Or you can just play it out, and that's what the Tigers will do. Missouri once again, valiant effort. Made it close, made it interesting, but the Gators remain the hottest team in the Southeastern Conference. This will be the 9th win in the last 11 tries, and still very much in the SEC title race. During the break, Gators are going to improve to 13-1 at home. The only loss in this building was to Kentucky.
And that last game at home is going to be a doozy because Alabama comes to town.
Don't forget, coming up, going to be a fun one in College Station. We'll take you straight to the Gamecocks and the Aggies. The story here, Florida once again prevailing, 83-74, your final score.